Alright man, so we got more builder information. Today's the first that embargo has lifted, so creators were able to drop their breakdowns on the builder. I do have a builder breakdown, but this one is going to go more in depth based off of all the new information that we have today. So I'm going to talk about the new stuff in the builder first, and then I'm going to kind of reiterate some of the important things from my builder breakdown at the end of the video. And I got some really helpful information about attribute requirements with the chart that's laid out for you, so watch the video all the way through so you don't miss out. And this year it'll definitely be easier to mess up a custom build with all the changes that they've made if you don't know what you're doing. So grab a snack, sit down, relax, and lock in. And I'm gonna kind of be jumping around a little bit based off of the information that I collected, so bear with me, but all of the information will be very important. And before we get into everything, no, you cannot make 6'9" demigods from 2K23. Solo tried to copy his 6'9" demigod into 2K24, and it was drastically different. You can see it with the screenshot here. Also, shout out to Solo because some of this is his builder footage, but you can see that the build is drastically different. And the badges for this build would have been different because the badge caps are higher in 2K24 and all the attributes changes that they've made for the badges. So this build is nowhere near the same as what it was on 2K23. I personally like this, man. It was too many people with the same build running around on 2K23, and it was too many people that could do everything. We need that variety back, and we need people being good at different things, and we'll definitely get a chance to see that in 2K24. Also, there's no gym rat in 2K24, so take that into consideration when filling out your physicals and make sure they meet the requirements for whatever you need them to be. So first things first, man, you got a quick look at what the builder looks like, the little menu. You can either choose from a custom build or you can go into an NBA player template. But getting into the heights, if you decide to go the custom route, we got the heights for all of the positions, so you can see that they did change them. So you got different max height for point guards, and then they went through and revamped that for each position. So more with the height, every attribute is affected when changing your height. So height is definitely going to be super important. It changes what badges are in what tier, so you'll really want to pay attention to that. Just like with the tier system from 2K23, you'll want your favorite badges to be in the C tier for 2K24 because that is the lowest tier. The C tier badges are going to be the easiest to get and the easiest to keep. In 2K23, it was your tier 1 badges. The S tier in 2K24, these badges will be the hardest to gain and the fastest ones you can lose. So you'll want to pay attention to that, and you'll also want to definitely make sure you have an idea of what badges you want to use your floor setters on. If you don't know what floor setters are, I explained it in my builder breakdown video, but basically it's something that allows you to put a hold on a badge. So you got slots for silver and gold, and basically your badges won't be able to drop below those tiers. So if you didn't know, again, our badges can change this year. That's the new thing with the badge system. So you can lose badge levels. If it's a badge that you have and you're not using it and activating it, then it could lose a level all the way down to bronze. Now you can't lose it completely, but it can go all the way down to bronze. So yes, you can have a Hall of Fame badge and it can go all the way down to bronze if you're not using it. So that's why it's extremely important to make a build that fits your play style, and you know you're going to be using those badges so you can keep your badges at whatever levels you need them to be at. But the floor setters allows you to stop a badge from dropping below a certain level. So you got 18 slots, you got 9 gold, 9 silver. If you have a badge and you got it in a gold floor setter spot, it will never drop below gold. So that is what that's for. Weight and wingspan does not change the tiers for your badges, but height does. So you definitely need to pay attention to where badges are according to your height. Position also doesn't change your attributes. So as long as any builds have the same physicals, height, weight, and wingspan, if all of that stuff is the same, they'll have the same attributes. So position does not matter. Only time that's going to be relevant is if you're picking your position for my career and you want to play a certain position, or whatever position you want to be in the pro-am / rec, whatever, that's where that's going to matter. And then the badges that you see on the right side of your screen when creating the build, those are going to be the badges that you can get. So if you see it and it's grayed out, that means you cannot get it. This year, body shape is not an option in the builder. So I think it was Uncle Demi was saying something about being able to work on your body shape like in the Gatorade facility. So maybe like as you train and get stronger and lift and run and all that stuff, that'll kind of show itself with the physical look of your player. So I think that's pretty dope if that's how it's going to be. And then the taller you become, everything becomes slower. So you'll see in the builder, once the game drops, the taller you make your players, things will start getting slower. Your ball handle will drop, your speed will ball will start getting slower, your speed and your acceleration will start getting slower. At 6'7", that might be a nice little sweet spot if you're trying to make a tall build. 6'7" can get a 91 ball handle, and once you go up to 6'8", that drops to an 85 ball handle. So you'll definitely want to take that into consideration when you're thinking about what SIGs you want to run, because you need a 92 ball handle for Trae Young SIG. So, you know, I don't know what the requirements are for other SIGs, but a 91 ball handle at 6'7", that's still pretty good. You know, they've really revamped the attribute caps. Last year, 6'10s could still get a 81 ball handle. This year, a 6'10 can only get a 76 ball handle. So they really did go in and change a lot of these. If you're trying to make a KD build, Uncle Demi advised that you're better off doing it at 6'9", because the way the attributes change when you go to 6'10 is absurd. So, you know, just if you make a KD build, do it at 6'9". And like I said, man, the 6'7s was looking crazy. Now look at some of these stats. 6'7", 205, 7-foot wingspan. You got the ability to get a 99 close shot, a 99 driving layup, a 99 driving dunk, a 97 standing dunk, a 93 post control. The shooting is looking solid as hell. The mid-range is a 92 and the three-point shot is a 83. That mid-range is going to go crazy. You can get a 99 free throw. You can get a 99 pass accuracy, a 91 ball handle. That's tough. 82 speed with ball, pretty decent. Interior 94, perimeter defense a 98, a 96 steal. So my locks, you might see a lot of locks at 6'7" or 6'6". Block 81, offensive rebound 69, but not really too worried about that. Defensive rebound 82, still pretty solid. Speed 86, acceleration 81, 99 stamina, 82 strength, and then a 98 vertical. Like, that's kind of crazy for a 6'7". But and then that pass accuracy at a 99, we got the new touch passer badge, so that's definitely going to go crazy. If you wanted to make a 6'7" playmaker / lock, that touch passer badge is going to go crazy. And then the consensus from everything at community day and what we've been seeing on Twitter, man, post scorers and bigs are going to be OP this year. So, you know, if you have fun playing as a big, the bigs is definitely going to shine. And if you ever thought about making a big, this might be your year to do that. We're still waiting on a lot of the animation requirements, but I'm sure we'll be getting a lot of that soon. They're already on Twitter, starting to leak a few of them. So far, the first one that I saw was that you need an 89 driving dunk and a 78 strength for the lowest contact dunk. So we'll be starting to see a lot more of the animation requirements soon. People are thinking that 6'6" is the sweet spot, but it also depends on what badges you want and how you want to build out your player. So make sure you start thinking about that. Look at the badges you want first and then start planning out your build from there. You can now change your physical attributes without resetting your build and changing all of your other attributes. So I think that's a great feature that they added in there. And then kind of get into some of the NBA player templates. Those are like the replica builds from 2K23, but they're a little bit better. With the NBA player templates, you can edit the templates, but you'll lose the signature SIGs off rip. If you keep it how it is, you get access to those player SIGs off rip. It doesn't matter if you're 60 overall, doesn't matter what your attribute is, you'll get those SIGs as long as you don't edit the template. And you don't have to buy it with any VC. You'll already have access to it. So right here, I'll show y'all all the player templates. We got a bunch of different players for every position. And then according to Joe Knows, he has a really good feeling that they're going to be adding in more NBA player templates, just how we got more replica builds for NBA 2K23. So that'll also be a nice thing to have. Now, you have to decide if the NBA player templates are for you. The custom route is by far the best way to go, but if you're not confident in that, or you just want to use your favorite player, then you can go with the NBA player template. But remember, like I was saying earlier, you do get that player SIGs if you decide to go with the template, as long as you don't start customizing. You have to use it the way it is. So a few key points from my builder breakdown, just touching on a couple things is going to be important for y'all when creating your build. I'm not going to go over the whole thing. I'll put a card above and y'all can go check that out, but I will go over a few important notes. So, you know, there are height requirements for badges, so make sure you pay attention to that. And this year with 2K24, we don't have badge points anymore, so you can pretty much get whatever badges you want as long as you meet the requirements for it. Then you'll be good to go. You can get a lot more badges and really make your build custom to how you want to play. And this year badges are a lot harder to get because they raised the requirements. So a couple examples, this year you need an 87 pass accuracy for bronze bailout. We already know how OP bailout was in 2K23. You got people passing out of a ton of crazy shots, and they raised the caps for that. You need an 87 pass accuracy just to get it on bronze. And for bronze limitless range, you need an 85 three-pointer. Now that's kind of crazy, an 85 three-pointer for bronze. So make sure you're paying attention to those requirements. And for that, here's a helpful chart for you to start looking at everything. This has all of the requirements for everything, height, what your attribute requirements are. And then with that, some of the requirements have now been changed to and or. So, you know, you may need 2 or 3 different attributes to get a badge at a certain level, or it could be one of 2 different requirements where one of those by itself is acceptable for the badge. So that's definitely something to take into consideration. You'll want to look at the chart, see what you're trying to get, and see what you need for your build. Getting into strength. Strength is going to be very important this year. Trust me, please trust me. Do not make a build without strength. I'm telling you, if you do, you're going to be mad that you wasted your money on that build, and you're going to have to make something else. It's important because it's in different badges that require strength, but it's going to be very vital for defense and offense. It's going to help the locks and the bigs, of course. Locks can get bumpy and get really physical this year, but it's going to be important for the dribblers to be able to fight off the locks and get past people. We got the new bulldozer badge, aka Bully 2.0, and you can bet this is going to be a badge people will use on top of immovable enforcer to counter that on the defensive end. So don't be out here lacking with no strength, because I'm telling you, you're going to be getting bullied and you're going to be getting pissed. With the builder this year, man, they wanted to revamp things with the archetypes and, you know, the different types of build names that we see. So we got a ton of new build names, man. I'm gonna play this little clip from Solo. He's gonna tell us some of the new unique build names that we got.
These are just some of the best, most unique build names that I saw or heard of. I'm just gonna run through these and you guys can comment which one is your favorite. We have the playmaking perimeter creator. We also have the point of attack stopper. We have the playmaking 3-level threat. This one's pretty unique. We have the high flyer, so I guess that's kind of like a slashing one. We have the 3-level threat. We have the interior scorer. We have the defensive menace. We have the inside the arc finisher, the hybrid defender, the 2-way floor spacing slasher. We have the glass cleaning interior threat, and we have the 2-way interior threat.
And like I was saying earlier, man, we do have a new badge system. I kind of touched base on it a little bit, but you can lose your badges this year. So that's why it's super important for you to make a build that fits your playstyle. Don't copy builds that you find on YouTube, because I'm telling you, if you don't play that way, this year 2K24, your build is meant to really represent your playstyle. You got to show your skill and continuously use them badges to keep them. If not, you'll lose them and they'll drop down all the way to bronze. We got that with the new badge system. We got new badges that I'm sure y'all know. We got 24 new badges. We got badges that were taken out of the game. If you want to see some of the new badges and read the descriptions for those and check out all of the badges that were removed, you can check out my builder breakdown. I put a card in the video for that. We got some other things in the game that help you with your badge progression to either speed it up or to stop it from dropping as fast. So I talk about that also in my builder breakdown. And then we just seen the news yesterday with the city, and we got 2 new affiliations, Elite and Rise. And with both of those affiliations, they both come with their own perks. Elite, you get boost to your shooting and defense, and then Rise, you get boost to your finishing and your playmaking. So think about which affiliation you want to join. We also have a new takeover system. You no longer get to choose your takeover when you make your build. You choose it in game in real time, and whatever takeover you decide, you have to choose the category. So finishing, shooting, playmaking, defense / rebounding, and you can get a boost to your physical. So whichever category you decide to go with, you'll get +10 to each attribute in that category. So that's how takeovers are going to work. And that's pretty much everything that I have for y'all, man. I'll be dropping more videos if I find out anything else new, but that is a lot of the important information that you'll need to know to make your build, man. We are a few days away from the game. Start looking over these requirements, start looking at these badges, think about how you want to make your build. Make sure you know what the builder looks like going into 2K24. You don't want to just look at it on day one and then be lost. So make sure you really sit down and try to think about what you want to do and how you want to attack it, man, because 2K24 is going to be different. I'm super excited. They're still trying to find ways to increase that skill gap, and I think 2K24 is going to be a W2K, man. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel down below. As always, be sure to stay safe out here, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.